Hello, I'm Simon O'Brien. You're watching Do I Not Know That? The stadium with more passion than a top-of-the-table clash and a local derby put together. It's Group B who are today's participants, so let's meet the chosen few, shall we? From Ayr United, our Scottish contingent today, we have David Port, Stephen Ryan and Duncan Carmichael, and their subs are David Hogg and George Massey. From Grimsby Town, where their captain is Richard Stoddard. Then either side of him we have Andy Humberstone and Jason Paget, and their subs are Robert Smith and Rodney Edge. And from Tottenham Hotspur we have Bernie Kingsley, who's the player manager. His wingers are Daniel Wynn and Danny Keane, and their subs are Lee Dumont and Jim Duggan. Say hello to the teams. Well, we've met today's players, but what do they have to do if they want to progress? Here's Ali Begg to explain.
Hi Simon. So Arsenal currently head Group B with Huddersfield close behind. Spurs will be hoping for a big score in their final game to overtake their North London rivals and open an intimidating lead. The Mariners currently lie in fourth but are in a strong position, and a good score today will give them a great chance of qualifying for the next stage of the competition. Back to you, Simon.
Wins, losses, points played. To find all the facts, go to all the W's, itv.com/football. The home team round, give each team 90 seconds on their own club. 1 point per correct answer. No conferring, and just like David Unsworth, no passing. So it is best to have a guess. United, I'll start with you. You're the score, don't you, Duncan? You're getting the first one?
Should do.
Yes? As usual, you're very well presented. You really are very smart, you fellas. Are you ready? Your time. Well, you look smart anyway. We'll find out how smart you are now. You ready? Your time starts now. From January the 2nd, 2001, the club went on a 13-match unbeaten run in the league until losing to which side? 1-0.
Inverness Caledonian Thistle.
Correct. To which poet do Ayr owe their nickname the Honest Men?
Rabbit Bonds.
It is indeed. Where do Ayr play their home games?
Somerset Park.
Thank you, correct. Who scored a hat-trick for the club in the 3-0 Scottish Cup defeat of Alloa in 97-98?
Ian Ferguson.
That's correct. Which was the only side to win at Somerset Park last season?
Inverness.
Ross County. Which team defeated Ayr 7-3 last season and knocked them out of the Scottish FA Cup?
Rangers.
It was Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Prior to Glenhair's 5 goals at Greenock Morton last season, he scored a hat-trick against which other club?
Falkirk.
Correct. For which player did United pay Stranraer £80,000 in March 1999?
Campbell.
Correct. Who top scored for the club when they won the second division in 96-97 with 14 league goals?
Ian Ferguson.
Steve Kerrigan. Who managed Scotland in the 1978 World Cup and had 3 spells at Ayr?
Alan MacLeod.
That's correct. Who scored a hat-trick for Dundee when they beat Ayr 3-2 in the Centenary Cup final in 1990-91?
James Grady.
It was Billy Dodds. In 96-97, Ayr lost only one of their first 12 league games. Who was that against?
Airdrie.
That was against Clyde. Which club did United defeat 7-0 in September 1991?
Meadowbank Thistle.
Correct. Who made a club record 459 league appearances from 63 to 78?
John Murphy.
That's correct. Well done, I had a great start. 9 points, well played. United showing the others the way. Can Grimsby Town keep up? We shall find out. You know the script, don't you, fellas? Yep. I'll be starting with you, Andy. And your time starts now. Grimsby lost only one of their opening 9 games in all competitions this season. Who against?
Fulham.
It was against I.O. Pompey Portsmouth. Who was the on-loan defender who scored an extra-time equaliser?
Martin Brooms.
Correct. On September the 18th, the club lost for only the second time in the league this season, losing 5-0 to which team?
Crystal Palace.
Correct. Which club did Grimsby defeat 1-0 in the playoff final in 1998?
Fulham.
It was Northampton Town.
Sorry.
Which team did Grimsby defeat in the Auto Windscreen Shield North? It was Burnley. Which club did Grimsby beat 7-1 in the FA Cup third round in 1996? Correct. Who was the former Luton stalwart who managed the club from 1985 to 87? Take a guess. Against the clock.
Mike Lyons.
That's correct. In July 1997, the Mariners received the club record £1.5 million from Everton for which player?
Johnston.
Yes, correct, we were robbed. Who managed the side when the club won promotion in the 1989-90 season?
Alan Buckley.
Correct. Grimsby reached the 5th round of the FA Cup in 1989, only to lose 3-1 to the cup holders. Who were they?
Liverpool.
It was Wimbledon. In Town's promotion-winning season in 1990-91, who scored 12 league goals with the help of 6 penalties?
Dave Gilbert.
Correct. Who in his first season with the club in 1988-89 finished top scorer with 14 league goals?
Tony Rees.
It was Keith Alexander. Who played for Town from 1963 to 68, scored twice? The answer was Graham Taylor, but well done Grimsby, another good start, 7 points, well played. They almost look surprised there. Let's see if Tottenham can surprise us as well. You ready? You're supposed to be the big guns around here. Let's find out whether you are. Your time starts now. Which team did Spurs defeat in the second round of the League Cup in September 2001?
Brentford.
It was Torquay United. Which player joined the club from Spanish football in the summer of 2001?
Casey Keller.
Correct. From which club did Spurs sign Goran Bunjevic, excuse the pronunciation, in the summer of 2001?
Red Star Belgrade.
Correct. Tottenham's biggest win during the 2000-2001 season was 4-0 against which team in the FA Cup? Take a guess.
Scunthorpe.
It was Stockport County. Who was the last Spurs player to be the league's leading goal scorer, achieving the feat by scoring 33 goals in the league in 1986-87?
Clive Allen.
Correct. Which player was sold by Tottenham to Barcelona in May 1995 for £3.2 million?
Gica Popescu.
Correct. Which defender won 16 England caps between 1983 and 1992 while with Spurs?
Mabbott.
That's correct. Which German team defeated Tottenham 8-0 in the Intertoto Cup in 1995?
Schalke.
It was FC Köln. In 1901, Spurs became the only non-league team to win the FA Cup, beating which team?
Sheffield United.
Correct. Who was the last Spurs player to be voted Football Writers Player of the Year?
Klinsmann.
It was David Ginola. Which Tottenham player scored after just 11 seconds the quickest goal in the history of the Premiership?
Ledley King.
Correct. Teddy Sheringham with 22 goals was the leading scorer in the first Premier League season. He scored 21 for Spurs and 1 for
Nottingham Forest.
That's correct. When Tottenham won their... Well done Tottenham, another good start. 8 points, well played. Righty-ho, that's the home team round concluded. But who should have stayed at home? Well, Grimsby have 7 points, Spurs have 8 points, but there's nothing between them. Ayr United are just in front with 9 points. Well played. Have a quick chat with the chaps from Grimsby. You all right?
Yeah, certainly, mate. Yeah.
Listen, who are your big rivals?
Scunthorpe, Lincoln Hill.
There's a few in
as well.
Who are the worst? Who do you hate?
We don't like Scunthorpe very much.
Yeah, fair enough. Scunthorpe it is. The other lads looked a bit more diplomatic there. Oh, fair enough. At least there's one bigot amongst you. I'm glad about that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, time now for the video round. 30 seconds of the beautiful game and 30 seconds to use your brains and give me the names. Pay close attention, answers through your captain, and I must accept your first answer. Grimsby, you're going to kick us off. All answers through Richard, please. But first of all, have a little look at this lot. Nice finish after some shoddy defending. We got some nice finishes from you boys. You ready? The time starts now. Who scores with a header from a corner for Chile in the first clip?
Salas.
Correct. Against which team did Salas score that goal during the 98 World Cup?
Italy.
Correct. Mark Hughes scores for Manchester United in the first clip. Who plays the long ball that Hughes...
Alistair.
Correct. Against which team did Hughes score
Norwich.
that goal? Correct. Nuno Gomez scores a long-range effort in the third clip. Against which team?
France.
That's correct. Who is the French number 7 whose poor play gifts the ball to Nuno Gomez, allowing him the
Ginola.
Sorry?
Ginola.
It's Didier Deschamps. Gary Pallister spent many glorious seasons at Old Trafford. Which club did he play for? Either side. The answer was Middlesbrough. Well done, Grimsby. 5 points. Well played. On to the Spurs. The Spurs. Are you ready, fellas? Mm-hmm. You're already looking at the monitor, aren't you? Keep looking, because here comes your video. Keeper looking a bit foolish there. You won't be looking foolish, will you, fellas? No? Are you ready? Your time starts now. Mark Reapers heads home in the first clip for which national team?
Denmark.
Correct. Against which Asian team did Reapers score that header? Take a guess. Here's the clock, lads.
Korea.
It was Saudi Arabia. Who is the QPR player who sees his headed shot cleared off the line by a Liverpool defender?
Stan Bowles.
It was Roy Wegerle. Who is the Liverpool defender who spares his goalkeeper's blushes with the clearance? Take a guess.
Beglin.
It was Bigfoot Steve Nicol. Yosok Ha scores with a curling free kick for which national team in the third clip?
Korea.
Oh, I can't give you that. It was South... Oh, I'm going to give you it. Go on, then. It was South Korea. I'll let you have that. Don't look so surprised. Well done, Spurs. 2 points well played. I have to give that. I think they were going to kill me if I didn't. United, you won't be as harsh with me, will you? Well, we shall see. Here comes your trip down memory lane. Okay, did you take that all in?
I think so.
We'll find out now, shall we? Your time starts now. In the first clip, Marcel Del Vecchio volleys home from close range for which national team?
Italy.
Correct. Who is the goalkeeper left stranded by Del Vecchio's volley from 6 yards?
Del Moscow.
It was Barthez for France. In the second clip, Paul Gascoigne goes a fantastic slalom run to score, but on which ground does he score?
Selhurst Park.
It was Main Road. Who is the Manchester City number 4 who goes to Gaza but doesn't make a tackle when he's still outside the area?
Del Moscow.
It was cheer up Peter Reid. Who was the Italian defender who eventually clears for the corner after a high ball? The answer was Fabio Cannavaro, but well done here. Another point. Don't worry, loads of time to go. So, as we approach half-time, who will be jogging down the tunnel and who will be trying to avoid the flying teacups? Well, Ayr have 10 points, Spurs have 10 points, but Grimsby has snuck into a half-time lead with 12 points. Well played. That's it for this part, but be sure to join us after the break when our teams will be entering into the specialist and buzz-arounds. Back in a bit.
Mushroom, asparagus, leek of potatoes.
I don't want to manual, I want
There's a time and a place for copper soup, Richard. This is not it.
Cordula roller shutters are the sophisticated answer to your security and insulation problems, whether fully automatic, electric motor or manually operated. Phone 0800 018 3399 for your free Cordula brochure now. Cordula remote control garage doors are the ultimate answer if you're leaving or returning to your home. They also provide excellent security. All Cordula products are designed with both reliability and affordability in mind. Phone 0800 018 3399 for your free Cordula brochure now. That's 0800 018 3399.
The high-performance Quattro from Black & Decker. With a powerful 12-volt rechargeable battery, it can easily tackle drilling, sawing, sanding and screw driving. One cordless power tool, but 4 different functions. It could be all the power tools you need. The high-performance cordless Quattro, only from Black & Decker.
DKNY, the fragrance for women and now for men. Andy Matthews, designed to be pub quiz champion.
Next question.
BT Cellnet's new tariffs,
What is tymbology?
designed to give him all the free talk, text and net info he needs.
Start collecting.
So Andy has a big advantage.
What's a Google Hunt? It's a cake.
Andy!
Talk, text and net from BT Cellnet.
Genesis perform their greatest hits live in concert. Genesis, The Way We Walk, out now on double DVD.
Bacardi, welcome to the Latin Quarter.
Pint survival during parachute failure. Do not flap arms as Boddingtons may spill. Attempt to cushion landing. Put pint in safe place.
1991, winner of the League 91-92, qualified for the UEFA Cup 93, runner-up in both the League and FA Cup.
Where did it all go wrong?
Can Sheffield Wednesday get back to their glory days? Barnsley versus Sheffield Wednesday, Sunday at 6 on the ITV Sport channel.
Welcome back to the second half of Do I Not Know That? With 2 rounds still to go, let's see if there'll be any new faces on the field. Hey United, any changes over here, George?
Yes.
Well, there is, obviously. Why is that you're doing so well?
It's the good-looking boys that are on now. Just for the cameras.
Just for the ladies, yeah?
Just for the ladies, yeah.
Excellent. Fair enough. Thanks, fellas. Grimsby Town, any changes here?
Yeah, got myself and Rodney on.
It certainly isn't for the ladies, is it? What's Why's that?
Fair enough. Just for the older fresh legs, that's all.
Fresh legs, fair enough. I'm only messing, don't be on. And talking about Spur, any changes here?
Yeah, we brought on Jim and Lee in our usual rotation policy.
Full use of the squad.
Absolutely.
Okay. Listen, Spurs, I mean, what do you realistically expect from this season?
Champions League, Premiership,
Championship.
Everything.
We'll
Really.
be checking there's not more than just water in that glass there. Thanks for that. Anyway, those are the changes. But will they help to change the outcome? One player from each team goes under the spotlight. It's the specialist round. They have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can on their chosen subject. As usual, you can't pass. So can I ask you please, sir, who will be your specialist team player?
We're going for Jim because he's a top Spur.
Fair enough. Jim Duggan, please come and join me on the penalty spot. His first game was in 1974 against Burnley. They lost 3-2 and he was 5 years old. There's a long history of Spurs supporters in the family. His dad named him after Jimmy Greaves. And Jim now, in actual fact, has a daughter called Gustavo Poyet. That was a lie, that bit, wasn't it? I just made that up. Yeah, okay, anyway. You ready? Your specialist round is Tottenham Hotspur, 1977-78, and your time starts now. Who is the leading scorer in the league?
Duncan.
Correct. Which team defeated Tottenham 3-2 in the League Cup at White Hart Lane?
Coventry.
Correct. From which club did Spurs sign Colin Lee in October 19?
Torquay.
Correct. Who was an ever-present in goal for the club in the
Barry
league?
Dines.
Correct. 2 players were sold to Arsenal within 3 days of each other in August 1977. Pat
Jennings and Wolford.
That's correct. Which player made his 350th league appearance
Perryman.
for the club? Correct. Who were the only team to beat Tottenham in the league at White Hart Lane?
Sunderland.
Correct. Which man scored 12 league goals to finish as runner-up to John
Hoddle.
Duncan?
Hoddle.
Correct. Which team knocked Spurs out of the FA Cup after
Bolton.
extra time? Correct. Which man scored 2 penalties on the opening day of the season?
Keith Osgood.
That's correct. Who did Tottenham defeat 4-1 in February to record their
Luton.
biggest? Correct. Tottenham embarked on a 19-game unbeaten run in the league between December and April before it ended with defeat against which
Burnley.
team? Correct. Spurs suffered their first league defeat in their 9th game, a 2-0 reverse away to which team?
Hull City.
Correct. Which team inflicted Spurs' heaviest league defeat?
Charlton.
4-1. Correct. Who was the Bristol Rovers? Jim, 14 points. Go on, lad. Woo. Keep up with that if they can. Hey United, don't be daunted. I am, but don't be daunted. Can I ask you please, who will be your specialist team player?
Duncan.
Oh, Duncan's confident about this stuff. Duncan Carmichael, please come and join me on the penalty spot. The worst refereeing decision he's ever witnessed is Rangers against Ayr United in 1970. Colin Stearn lifted the ball into the Ayr net and he fisted it into the Ayr net and the goal stood tut tut tut. Your specialist round, Ayr United, is Scotland's 1978 World Cup bid and your time starts now. Which country did the Scots play in their qualifying rounds as they had done in 1962 and 74?
Czechoslovakia.
Correct. The squad included 3 goalkeepers. Who was the keeper who played in the English League?
George Woods.
It was Jim Blythe at Coventry. Who was the eccentric Peruvian goalkeeper who liked to spend as much time outside his area as in it?
El Loco.
Take a guess, mate. Against the clock.
El Quito.
It's Quiroga. Quiroga saved a 62nd minute penalty for Peru, taken by which player?
Don Masson.
Correct. Who scored Scotland's last goal in the 74 World Cup and the first in 78?
That was Joe Jordan.
Correct. Which player scored twice in a game against the Scots?
Cubillas.
Correct, for Peru. The captain and vice-captain were both substituted against Peru. Which club did they both play for?
Manchester United.
It's Derby County, Rioch and Masson. Who captain... Duncan, 4 points. Well played. It's took on the penalty spot. He thought about it and got them out. Are you ready? See if Grimsby Town can do the same. Can I ask please, Robert, who will be your specialist team player? Then up onto the penalty spot, please, Jason Badgett. The best game he's ever seen the best game he saw this season was beating Liverpool in the Worthington Cup. I enjoyed that too. All he hopes for this season is to win an UEFA Cup place, even though they are in Division 1. Oh, why do I bother? The revelation this season is Alan Putin. He's pure genius. You ready, mate?
Yeah.
You are confident?
No, not at all.
Of course you are. Your specialist round is Grimsby Town's 2000-2001 season, and your time starts now. Who's the leading scorer in the league last season?
Steve Livingston.
Correct. Who kept goal for the club in all 40?
Danny Coyne.
Correct. Who became manager of the club in August?
Lenny Lawrence.
Correct. Which team knocked Grimsby out of the Worthington Cup 4-3 on aggregate?
Wolves.
Correct. The club won only one of their opening 9 league games. Who was it against?
This game.
Take a guess, mate.
Crystal Palace.
It was Gillingham. Who scored winning goals against Preston, QPR and Fulham?
Livingston.
It's Paul Groves. Name either of the sides the Mariners did the double over in the league.
West Bromwich Albion.
Correct, or QPR. Despite drawing 1-1 in the FA Cup third round, the Mariners lost a replay at Blundell
Wickham,
Park.
3-1.
Correct. Who joined the club from Kilmarnock and scored 1 league goal?
Michael Jeffrey, rubbish.
Correct. Which Dutchman's only game came in the 2-1 win at Preston?
Sorry, mate.
Which Dutchman's only game?
Menno Willems.
Correct. Who came to the club on loan and scored twice in the 3-1 defeat?
David Nielsen.
It was Luke Cornwall. Who came to the club on loan in December and scored the winner against Burnley plus 2 other goals? It was Zhang Hanua, but well done, Jason. 8 points, casually done. His casual style is very popular with the crowd now, with just 1 round left in this match. Who will be sticking to their strikers and who needs some desperate defending? Ayr United have 14 points, Grimsby Town have 20 points, but after that excellent round by Jim, Tottenham Hotspur are in front with 24 points. Well played. Before we move on, let's have a chat with our Scottish friends. What do you really hope for this season, fellas?
Probably to avoid relegation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yep. All not in agreement there? Thank you very much. Succinct and to the point. Right, time for fast hands and not faint hearts. Yes, it's the buzzer round. You know the rules by now. 2 points for the right answer. The first wrong answer is a yellow card. The second is a red card, which is a point off, as is every further incorrect answer. Wait till I call your team's name before you can answer, because you could give the answer to someone else. Are you ready, teams? Points to play for in this round, and the buzzer round starts now. Which Romanian player is nicknamed the Maradona of the Carpathians?
Popescu.
It's Georgi Hagi. Which Northwest team plays in tangerine shirts?
Blackpool.
Correct. At which ground does Celtic play Leeds United in front of 135,000 at Tottenham?
Hampden Park.
Correct. Who joined Everton from Strasbourg and is now starring for Leeds United? Tottenham?
Olivier Decour.
Correct. Who was brought in as a replacement for the sacked Andy Kilner as manager of Stockport County? Grimsby. Correct. From which club did Middlesbrough sign Paul Gascoigne? That's Grimsby.
Everton.
It was from Rangers. What nationality is World Cup star Faustino Asprilla?
Colombian.
Correct. Who managed Scotland during the 1986 World Cup final?
Alex Ferguson.
Correct. Which French club suffered a penalty shootout defeat by Red Star Belgrade in the 1991 at Ayr?
Marseille.
Correct. Which country lost to Argentina in the semi-finals of the 1986 World Cup? Tottenham?
Belgium.
Correct. Who this season was appointed as the manager of Motherwell with Terry Butcher as his assistant?
Eric Black.
You better have got that one correct. Who was the leading scorer in the 1982 World Cup finals held in Italy? Grimsby?
Platini.
It was Paolo Rossi. Which Brazilian was voted World Footballer of the Year in 1983 by World Soccer magazine readers? Tottenham?
Zico.
Correct. Which former Newcastle and Wolves player scored on his debut for Dundee?
Samuel Caspaya.
Correct. Who scored England's 80th minute equaliser against West Germany in the 1990 World Cup semi-finals? The answer was Gary Lineker, but we're out of time. Well played, the teams. So let's see how that affects the final scores in this Group B fixture. Ayr United have 18 points, Grimsby Town finished with 28, but today's prolific strikers are Tottenham Hotspur with 34 points. Well played. Let's see how that changes Group B as we cross over to Ali Beg.
Thanks, Simon. So Spurs overtake the Gunners to establish a useful lead, but whether it will be enough remains to be seen. Grimsby will be disappointed they didn't score more, and the Mariners will need to perform better in their last game. And despite being awarded an extra point by the appeals panel, Ayr couldn't make their mark on this one. Simon.
For full details on all the leagues, visit our website at www.itv.com/football. See you next time on Do I Not Know That? Well played, the teams. Hold on.
I'm just pleased Spurs are going further up the league, just like we are in the Premiership.
I feel as if I let the team down because I didn't contribute to the questions. I think the quick fire questions really caught me out. I was all prepared for this contest, but I thought the opposition was supreme.
I was pretty nervous. I was terrified to stand up there on my own, sort of 60 seconds of questions, but I think things went fairly well, so I'm pretty pleased.